I'm in the process of writing a book about your television show, and I just am thrilled to be able to ask you a question about it.
Circus boy?
I've actually cribbed the title from you. It's Monkey Magic, a TV show about a band. I'm so impressed by all the physical comedy and stunts on the show, but sometimes I'm also a little bit terrified. I'm just curious, did you have a stunt coordinator or safety harnesses, or what kind of preparation did you do for some of that crazy climbing and jumping and falling you did?
I don't remember. That's an old joke. I've seen it all, I've done it all, I've heard it all, I just can't remember it all. I don't remember any specific incidents where anyone of us got like hurt. A lot of it was done in the camera, a lot of it in editing. I do remember in the movie Head, there were some major stunts, and we did have some stunt people doing some of the real major stunts. But back then in that age, when you think you're indestructible, I'm sure that there's like, I'll jump off that building, sure. But I don't remember any incident where we got terribly, anybody got really badly hurt. No.
Okay, we got another question here, and I'm going to move into the audience, okay, guys? Let me make it easier. Thanks. Hi, Mickey. I'm way over here. First generation fan from Boston, and I just wanted to say, this opportunity won't come again. As far as a vocalist, you are just second to none. You're one of the best rock pop vocalists of the last 50 years. There's no question about that. My question is, do you have any particular memorabilia, favorite piece that you kept from the series in your collection?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, one of the actresses. Only kidding, honey. In a trunk in my attic. Actually, no, I wish. I have all the scripts, the original scripts, including the pilot script, which was spelled Monkeys, until the marketing and branding people at Strangeum said, well, then you can't copyright it and trademark it. So that's when they changed it. And my character in that script was named, I think, Carl or something, or Joe, or let's see what else I have some pretty nice stuff. I have my original black drum set from the '67 tour, from the first tour. I don't have the gold Gretsch set. I left it in my house when I moved because I didn't think I'd ever need it. I did. I left it in the basement. I was moving and I was like, what am I going to do with this old drum set? I got 5 drum sets, So the original gold Gretsch set that was on the show, I don't know where that is. But I just found a very cool a piece. I was going through some old drum equipment and I have a storage space and all this stuff. And I still have, like I say, the black set that I played on tour, And I was going through stuff and drum heads, and I found a tom-tom head that has the set list. No, that will not be for sale on eBay. That's going, that'll be an heirloom for the children, or the grandchildren. What's that? Can't read it. It's the set list for the original tours of the tour set.
Okay, we got one over here. Mickey, based on your great 2 solo albums you've just done and the tour you did with Mike last year, it seems like you're more creative now than you ever have been. I'd like to know what you see in the next 5 years musically as goals for you. What would you like to see happen to you?
Well, I don't really think of it in terms of goals. I mean, those two albums that you're referencing, King for a Day and Remember. You know, I didn't go out and solicit. You know, I never do really. Those were both instances where people came to me and said, we think we should record something. And I said, okay. Yeah, sure. Actually, I do have another CD that'll be available within a couple of months, I hope. It's live at B.B. King's. And we're going to release that, and then even maybe a DVD of the video, if it's not too disgusting. That's live at B.B. King's for any of you that were at that show. And, but no, I don't necessarily have a goal. There's people that approach me all the time. One person is approached about doing a standards sort of album, and somebody else said, why don't you do a Harry Nilsson CD? I thought that'd be kind of cool. Dolenz does Nilsson. In fact, that was going to be the original name for the King for a Day album, is Dolenz Does King. But a little dodgy. My wife said, I don't think so.
I just had a comment more than a question. I just wanted to thank you so much for coming here and coming to the convention, because everyone has come from far away, other continents, to come and see you, and if people don't say thank you enough, we just wanted to say thank you to you and all the other activities.
Well, thank you too. I mean, we wouldn't have had much of a convention if it wasn't for you guys. And I must say, I got to thank everybody that's been involved in this. It's just come out really, really great. I've been having a great time. I hope you have. For the first one, you know, I mean, it's the first one, maybe of many, who knows. And of course, yeah, and of course, you know, we know that what certainly helped prompt, you know, the whole thing was, you know, David's, the celebration of David and all that he brought to the Monkees and to life and to all of us. You know, it's still, I'm not sure it still has totally sunk in, you know, that even though it's a year ago, it's still there with me every single day. We went back a long, long way. In the original auditions, basically, and I'll be honest with you, David's the only other actor I remember from the auditions. You know, there was an awful lot of guys, you know, trying out for the show. And for some reason, right from the day one, the get-go, you know, when there was still 16 or, you know, 20, I don't remember how many guys still in the screen tests. It wasn't like American Idol. It was not at all. It was 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a sound stage with a bunch of sweaty electricians. But David and I just hit it off, and I think producers noticed that, because that's why they put us together in different configurations. I think also the fact that he'd done theater, he'd been on Broadway, he'd been a child star. I had done Circus Boy, I had been a child star, so there was a connection there, obviously. And right from the get-go, you know, we hit it off, and the timing and the comedy and the shit and the stuff, you know. So anyway, are the girls here? Are they not? Okay. Anyway, it's wonderful for all of you to be supporting this, and what can I say? You know, supporting the Monkees and me and David and everything for so many years. Some of you for you don't even want to know. And so many new fans, so many second and third generation. No accounting for taste.
Hi, Mickey. I think all of us fans, I got the story from Davey, but we all like to get your side of the story why Mike doesn't want to join the band.
Well, he just did. Again. Yeah, the simple answer is Mike just did not, and he's still a little hesitant at times about performing live, you know. He's performed more in the last year, and he's going out on a spring tour, by the way, and I urge you and suggest that you, if you get a chance, please go see him. I saw him do a solo bit with the Watkins family in Los Angeles, and just wonderful. You know, his voice is great, his playing is great, songs, of course, are great. So if you get a chance, please go and catch Mike in his solo spring show. But you know, this last show we did, this last tour, 12 dates. That's more than he's performed in 30 years. I mean, he just never went out with anybody, and he was always he's got his ticket. You've got a ticket for Nesmith. Oh, thanks. He just never performed at all with anybody. And he had the first national band, you know, just after the Monkees, and then basically that was it. So in '86 he was invited. He didn't want to do it. He came to the Greek and he did a couple of shows. And then in '97 we did a tour of the UK. We did a bunch of dates there for the album Justice. So it's not true that Mike, you know, didn't want to join the band. It's that he has his own path, and always has, and all of us have to some degree. You know, I remember one year I couldn't go out on tour with the Monkees. I can't remember what year it was, but because I was in England doing, I think I was in, no, what was it? Maybe I was doing Aida, or I can't remember exactly, but we were supposed to tour, and I couldn't because I wasn't available. And the same with David and Peter, you know, sometimes you're available and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But in Mike's case, no, he just, basically, he must have been asked over the years many, many times to go out as a solo, and he certainly was always welcome in our show, but, you know, he just chose not to. And this last tour was, you know, thanks to many of you, was very, very successful, and a wonderful show, great tribute and homage to David during the show, and who knows, we may be coming to your town.
Wait, I need to follow up, because, you know, I'm not ashamed to ask questions. In people's minds, Mike didn't tour before, maybe because of Davey. Is there any truth to that? That Mike didn't go on the tours before because of Davey?
No, absolutely not. No, Mike, you know, he would have toured solo if he wanted to tour. He would have started a new group. He would have gone out and done all kinds of stuff. He just wasn't into it. He told me at that show with the Watkins family, you know, he said, I think I may go out and sing. I think people like my song.